Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back for another recording of Hearthstone. So our quests are to win 5 games with a rogue or warrior, win 3 games with a rogue on top of that, and win 4 more tavern brawls. So if we can get victories here in the tavern brawl playing as the rogue, that will have everything wrap up in 4 more games, I believe. No, maybe 5 more games? Yes. So hopefully we could do it in this episode, but almost certainly not. So last time we ran out of time talking about Sam and Max Season 3, and I left off Episode 5 and wanted to talk about that. So, Episode 5 is called The City That Dares Not Sleep, and that name seemed to have been just picked out of there. There's no real explanation or reason for that name at all. Uh, it should have been uh, like Max Attacks would be way better name. Uh, or Sam Attacks. Uh, no, I think Max, yeah, Attacks would be the right name. I never get them straight. I never get them straight. But basically there's a giant Godzilla version of Max attacking the city the whole game. The first puzzle involves you trying to get eaten by Max so you can get it in his body. The second puzzle and the second act involves you trying to take complete control of his body. And then the third section... What is the third act about? Man, that's the most recent thing and I'm not remembering it. What do we do in the third act?
What you got there?
Well, what we should talk about first, though, is Sybil, who has been in Season 1 and Season 2. She was their neighbor, Sam and Max, who could never figure out what job she wanted, so she would just go from one job to another to another. So she starts off like as a tattoo artist, and then she's a psychiatrist the next episode, and then she's a dating counselor the next episode, just
What you got there?
over and over again. And so she's in the game and she shows up, and but she married a giant statue head of Abraham Lincoln in the first 2 seasons. So you know Sam and Max is not very serious anyways to begin with. And she's been on their honeymoon, they say, and she comes back and she is just gigantically pregnant. She's gigantically pregnant with what one could only assume is a granite baby hybrid of some sort. Let's see, I want this, and then I want to get charged, so I'll play this, and then I want to get charged again, so I'll play this, and then I'll attack, attack,
Here we
attack,
go.
and end the turn. So that was a part of the story, and at the end she does go into labor, and I think that has something to do with it. What happens at the end? I seriously cannot remember the one element of the end of Season 5. At some point, we know Giant Max sacrifices himself way out of character to save Sybil, but I don't know how. And that's the weirdness of it too, is that at the end of the story, you really just blow up giant Max and kill him. And that's the story. That's how it goes.
Here we
Uh,
go.
and then it goes to credits, and it's a sad credits, and you sit there and you watch
Choose
Sam just sadly walk down the street looking depressed because his best friend is gone. And then throughout those credits, I'm thinking to myself, the story cannot end this way. You cannot just kill them, kill one of the main characters and be done with it. That's just not how it's gonna happen. Alright, so what I have to do here is kill this guy first. And he's gonna kill everybody else.
Want a deal?
So with the coin fate, that actually
Here we go.
just helped. We need to count though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're good. I could do 1 here and then play 2 coins to do that, but there's no reason. It's better just to do this and end the turn. So, spoiler alert, but I mean, at the end, Max comes from a different timeline, and through the elevator from the second season that could go through time, and says that in his timeline he had to kill Sam, the dog, and so these two Sam and Maxes from a separate timeline get separated, and that's how they get back together. And oh, by the way, this whole third season, darn it, I should have played a card. This whole third season, Max has had these crazy psychic powers for no reason or explanation at all, and that's how they got rid of the psychic powers. And so it's set back up where they could do more stories if they wanted to, but I doubt they ever will. I think the creator of Saint Max inherently probably needs to have somebody else write the story. This is kind of the problem with Telltale as a company in general, is they need to hire other writers because they don't have any writers on the inside. We know that's the case because they hired different writers to write The Walking Dead, and that was their first major hit of their company. And then they need to let those writers actually write all the story instead of just 1/5 of the story like The Walking Dead. And so for the example of Sam and Max, I think he needs to have somebody else write that for him, and then just have that full story there. And definitely get away from episodic. Would have definitely been a different game if it wasn't episodic. That's what the first 2 Sam and Max things were, and the one thing that keeping areas small helps is you don't end up walking around from like 5 screens to the left to 5 screens to the right looking for that one item you need. But you can still have an entire Sam and Max game and just break it into different acts, or just block off certain areas in the, well, break it into different acts is the right thing to do. So Act 1 you have 3 scenes, 3 screens you can work on, and then Act 2 you have 3 different screens you can work on, and then Act 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was about 15 acts when you say there were 3 acts in each of the 5 episodes. And a 15 short axe in the game is not a big deal. This.
Trust the pirate's code.
This.
Thank
This.
you.
Here we go.
Think I'm gonna win here. Good. But yeah, I cannot for the life of me remember what killed Max. I think it was maybe just like a nuclear explosion or something. I don't know. I can't believe I totally have blacked it out. I mean, it just goes to show it was so non-consequential that there was so little there in this story that had caught my attention.
I did.
Great. Thanks for giving up. I was gonna win anyway. But save me the time. So now I need 3 more Tavern Brawls and 4 more victories with the Rogue. So if we could speed up this process just a little bit, I would appreciate it, but otherwise that's fine. So, yeah. Overall, having to go back and play MMX the second time, season 1, 2, and 3, I would say don't do that. Play it once,
You asked for it.
and if you get
Watch
frustrated,
your
get a walkthrough. Have that walkthrough ready and load it up, but don't read it before you even start playing season 1, 2, and 3. But I wouldn't say ever go back and play it a second time. There's no repeat there. It's not like The Walking Dead where I could feasibly play it a second time and get a completely different story. You're not going to get any different story in Sam & Max because it's just like most traditional point-and-click adventures. There's one way to do it the right way, and then there's some funny wrong ways you can throw in there, but they're not really going to change anything.
What you got there?
Hello.
And even playing
The
The Walking
pleasure is
Dead
mine.
a second time isn't super interesting. It wasn't super interesting to play the parts I had already done.
Cha-ching.
So he'll have to decide now, does he want to destroy the 2-1 or the 4-1?
Cha-ching.
Check that. Let's go ahead and play this.
Thank you.
And should I play the unstable portal right now? I guess I will. Might give me a 0 or something. He must have given me some unstable portals with the fate. That's a weird choice. But okay. I guess it kind of makes sense as a mage, because it is a decent way to try and trick me into playing magic cards that I shouldn't play.
Careful.
Here we go.
End the turn. So I did Sam & Max Season 3, then I did Mirror's Edge, actually. Which I have already talked about Mirror's Edge. I'm looking forward to Mirror's Edge Catalyst being good. Sadly, probably not a game I'm gonna buy. Even like the DLC to the Road to Gehenna right now is on sale, and it's still not discounted enough to make me want to buy it right now. And
Well met.
that's a game I kind of want to play.
Here we go.
And frankly, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is probably not likely to get spoiled. There's nothing I can think of about the story that's gonna change drastically enough, being a prequel. Same is true for Hitman. Hitman's got a lot more reasons not to play it though. Now that it's all being broken up and it's not that. It wasn't that interesting to play Hitman Absolution anyways. Although people are somewhat saying it's more like Blood Money, which I guess if I had more free time I would have covered that game too. So I started Lego Batman Beyond, Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is what it's called.
Feed the
And
fish, landlubber.
it looks alright.
Blood and plunder.
Let's see. Is this gonna give me coins? Or armor? Coins. Alright. So. Oh, it's this character that's giving her all this armor. Well, I have 5, which would give me 7, so 1, 2, that's 4. Let's play this.
Yes, scary dogs.
Too soon. Here we
Attack
go.
the face. In the turn. There we go. That should be good. So far, being only 3 levels into Lego Batman, it looks better visually. It looks like it's improved. Oddly enough, it feels like the team that made Lego Batman 1 didn't make Lego Batman 2, and then went back and made Lego Batman 3, which is a pretty typical A/B development thing for video games. That happens a lot. But because of that, the suits are back that were missing in the second game.
This is going to be amazing!
Let's see, I could play Archthief for fun right now. Let's do it. This will be interesting.
I am Rafal, the supreme archaeologist.
I'm gonna take that as a card. I think we need to kill this guy, don't we?
Here we go.
Let's kill that guy
Too soon.
and end the turn. At the end of your turn, restore this minion to full health. Okay.
Knowledge is power, and I know a lot.
Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random minion of the same cost. Interesting. I want to trigger this trap here. If it'll possible.
Mind if I roll me?
So yeah, the suits are back for some strange reason, but now you hold on to the suits the whole time in the game. So it's more of a situation that as soon as you unlock the suit ability, you've got it forever, which is all right, I suppose.
What?
I guess I have to kill this guy. Let's play this. Let's play this. This. Tarnished coin, tarnished coin. How come I have a gold tarnished coin and a regular tarnished coin? Explain that one to me. Hit the base, see what this activates. Vaporize, good.
Here we
That's
go.
what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and kill this guy and get rid of that one. In the chart. 29 cards. 27 cards. How come we have so many cards in our deck?
Hostile entity detected.
One other issue with
Wanted, dead or alive.
with Lego Batman 3 is that the third level is pretty much way too long.
Feed the fish, like
Here we go.
Let's just do this,
Here we go.
attack this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play this. Wish these all had charge or taunt. Right now. Yeah, so the third level of Lego Batman was really, really long, about twice as long for no reason. And the second boss fight had like a boss fight, then immediately a second boss fight right next to it, which could have been put in a different place. But quickly we're getting it away from it being just Lego Batman. We're sort of focusing on Batman, but it's also sort of focusing on Brainiac attacking the entire universe, and the entire Justice League is established already. They have Watchtower developed, they have the Hall of Justice developed. It's already there before the game even starts. The game is an interesting, like, reintroduction to Lego games because it has like more hints and more helpful things than we have. Let's do this.
Here we go.
So like when you start the game, it's telling you how to do things that anybody who had played any previous Lego game, including Lego Batman 1 or 2, should absolutely already know. So I don't know what the deal was. It definitely feels more like Lego Marvel Superheroes. There's way more characters than were in Lego Batman 2. Lego Batman 2 had about 40 characters or 50 characters at most. Whereas this feels like it's going to be closer to 100. And that's excluding the non-free DLC things that give you probably another 4 extra characters, or 4 to 16 extra characters. Plus, the DLC gives you like 4 levels, which makes it suck. The DLC on Lego Batman 3 really sucks because it's $15, and I think I only paid at most $10 for the game when it was on sale.
One's out on me.
And that is a problem with trying to cover these games in retrospect, is that that when I buy a game, I also have to consider and make sure I actually accomplish it. Darn you! They pulled that off well. So it's like, I need to do this, and then play 2 of these, just for the fun of it.
Here we go.
So, A lot more characters are going to be playable. I am pretty sure Lego Batman 3 is going to have an open world section. It would be really weird if they didn't. Did Lego Batman 3 come out after Lego Marvel Superheroes? I don't feel like it. Did it? It still feels just ever so slightly older than that.
Here we go.
I'm gonna lose here. He's got enough to win.
Well played.
The might of Dalaran has arrived.
Ronan. So, after I beat Lego Batman 3, which is kind of a priority to finish that, because of all the content IDs it's going to get for the Batman song. I am at this level, I think, getting close to being done with things that I need to record. Like, I think the next big AAA thing I'm gonna cover is the Ghostbusters the game for the Ghostbusters movie. And then after that, I'm not sure there's much of anything. We may start hitting Assassin's Creed close there. We may start hitting Borderlands as a series. This will be interesting. The whole dialysis stuff is still up in the air, but I probably will have at least a clue in the next couple of recording sessions. In the next week or two, I will probably start having some kind of idea about how all of that's going to work and how it's going to affect my time. And there's even a small chance it won't affect my time at all, which would be great.
Why do you call
unlikely. Fake coin. So I'd like to play this, but it's probably not realistic. It's probably better to just play this. Ideally, I would like to play this, this, then this. And you're talking 8 right there. If I could do one more, it would be 9. So this one, this one. So we have to kill this guy this way. And then we can play this, and this, and gain that. And we're set. Good. Nice. Now as long as you can't kill this, which you probably can, I'll get maybe 1 or 2 hits on the face. So, what was I talking about? It's too early in the morning for me. Yeah. Yeah, just inherently I don't know. I'm using that word again. I'm using it again. Oops. I just don't know about what my schedule's gonna be. But I am getting closer. I'm making progress in the right direction right now. So it's not going to be awful. What right now could happen is if I couldn't make any videos ever again, then I'm about 3 months full scheduled. Now that Sam & Max is done, I'm thinking I'll do Broken Age, just to give Double Fine point and click adventure game. Ah, nice. It's just willing to give up right then and there. That's nice. Now, Broken Age has its own problems. The first half is pretty good, the second half's pretty bad. Is what I've heard, at least. But that's alright, I've never played it and getting it done. I need, after Lego Batman 3, I don't know what Batman Lego game I'll play after that. It probably, maybe will be the Lego movie. I think I'm itching to do that one, that way more people typing in the Lego movie into YouTube will see my videos. And maybe stay around and watch those videos. Hopefully. Search engine optimization is a weird thing because it basically is two choices. You can either be exactly what people are already looking for and be the best example of that ever, which is highly unlikely ever going to be you. It's always going to be somebody else.
Job done.
So, for the example of the Lego movie, people inherently typing that into Lego want to see if anybody stole that or if the creators of Lego movie, which I believe is Disney, maybe, put it up on YouTube for free, which isn't ever going to happen. So you can either be that, or you can be something similar to that. Oh man, I played poorly. Played poorly there. Let's go ahead and bring this guy up then. Or you can be something that is somewhat similar to what they were looking for and hope to catch their attention. So in a lot of ways it is trying to drag people's attention, it's trying to trick people in a lot of ways to watch your videos, in my case. But that's exactly what TV shows are too, is they're trying to convince people to watch their videos, or trick, if you want to use that phrase, which I did. Let's see.
Here we go.
Let's go ahead and kill this guy. In the turn. So yeah, it's weird.
Give me a quest.
But how, as a YouTuber, do I get anybody's attention? Because very few people, very few is too many. No people are going to, who don't know who Rydo is, who I am, are going to go into YouTube and type in Rydo and find me that way. And that's the only other way you could do it. And YouTube tries to help with that. So if you watch one Hearthstone video, it might suggest one of my Hearthstone videos because it thinks you like Hearthstone. And YouTube tries to do stuff like that, but being visible in the ever-widening sea of YouTube is very difficult. Play this. Play this.
Want a deal?
This, and this
Job done.
in the turn. So what else? I'm going to try to play I think I know what I'm going to play next as our small independent game. It'll be a short little platformer called Never Alone, probably. And then I am going to, in the You Don't Know Jack time slot, record another puzzle game, which is pretty much what that time slot is now. until the whole dialysis thing comes back and I decide, yes, I do want to play You Don't Know Jax and get those recorded. I don't know. I may just come back, do a month's worth of You Don't Know Jax, and then be bored with it again and try some other games. There's just kind of an inherent problem. I'm using that word again. I cannot stop myself. Can I? I just can't stop myself. There's just a problem with
Here we go.
doing You Don't Know Jack non-stop. Here.
Let's get started!
End the turn there. That seems to have worked. Well, no, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say there's a problem with trying to play games on my gaming laptop. Even if I bought a brand new gaming laptop, which would be a big waste of money. There's just, you just never know. You never know if games even on my brand new gaming PC are gonna be powerful enough. But you know, but the percentage of ones that are gonna be powerful enough go way, way down. Man, I'm gonna lose here.
Here we go.
Do this, and this, and play wrong. If I had, no, that was not well played at all. I could have saved it for another turn. It wouldn't have mattered, but whatever. Hurry up and win, or I'm gonna concede. Yes, yes, we all see you had a bunch of coins you could have played. What's the maximum you're gonna get to? 15, 14, alright. No, 15, 15. Alright, not a big deal. We'll play one more game and then we'll have to go into a third recording. Not a shame. Really. So yeah, I just don't, if I'm gonna be doing dialysis stuff, in which I'm away from my main computer.
I will fight with
because
Watch
for-
your back.
which I guess I should explain that again. If I'm taking somebody to dialysis, in theory they're going to be there for 3 to 5 hours, stuck in a chair, which effectively means either I drive away after delivering them and then go back to my house and commute probably somewhere around an hour, maybe even a little bit more than an hour to get for one trip, so it would be, I'd say maybe even an hour and 45 minutes for the 2 trips, because I'd have to go pick them up again too. So it's definitely not gas efficient to go back to the house, try to record, be limited on the time you can record, be uncertain about what time I actually need to come back and pick up the person when the dialysis is done, because we just don't know. So that whole system kind of is just a little out of it. It's a little unrealistic to do that. So then that leaves you with the thought that you'll instead
Here we go.
I'll instead take the person to dialysis, go into my car, and then record inside my car on my laptop playing a probably not internet connected game. Maybe I could get the Hearthstone series recorded on uh, uh, on any public Wi-Fi I can find, because that's not a super demanding video graphics thing, and it's not that. But if I have to move all my Hearthstone deck tracker setup and all that to my laptop, then just to keep the statistics straight, that means I would never record it again on my main PC, which is not a terrible problem. Not really. Let's see. Here's what I want to do. I want to play this, play this, play this, and then play this. That works rather
Here we
nicely.
go.
In the turn. So, but any other games on the laptop while recording in that setup, where I'd be recording in the car, it's real iffy. Now, my other thought of what I'd do with this is I would read comic books, which I barely want to read, and I probably don't want to buy any more of them. Now, that's DC comics mostly is what I'm talking about. I guess I do want to finish a few Vertigo and a few other independent things, but it's not going to have me super foaming at the mouth to read comic books. I just can't get into. And one thought, I might even give some thought to reading a manga, because it would just be cheaper. That's why mangas are so popular in Japan, is that they're just cheap entertainment for all the commuting they do. But I don't know if that would work really either.
Here we go.
And it's still a pretty expensive thing. Now, I do have a lot of movies, and a lot of that is anime, but movies in general. So if I was going to watch those in the car, that would be probably more realistic. But if I do that, I'm certainly not working on my business any, and that's potentially 15 hours every week that are getting thrown out. And if you think about it, if you're working 40 hours at a job, which I'm not for this, I'm working a lot more, but if you were just working 40 hours and 15 hours got cut out, you're talking 25 hours there. You've gone from a full-time employee to a part-time employee there. Or if you were working 55 hours and you were getting overtime after 40, to lose 15 hours is quite a lot more.
I wonder.
Sadly, I don't get overtime as a YouTube creator. They don't pay me time and a half or double time. I'm on ad revenue just because I do more. But I have noticed that I do right now release more than anyone else. And I probably am just flooding the market with garbage. And yes, a lot of videos aren't getting any views, but I don't think there's a lot I would want to change either.
Thank you.
I don't feel like I should hold back the Lego thing just
Here we
because.
Opponent left.
This is an interesting choice.
Here we go.
The Lego series inevitably will be wrapped up and finished. I imagine what will happen is I will go through all the Lego things, and that'll be it for that time slot. But the Hearthstone time slot, as long as I'm playing Hearthstone, is good. Did that victory not count? No, it counted, but I still need one more for all. Yeah, I'm never gonna get rid of my AAA time slot. I'm never gonna get rid of... I may eventually get rid of the point-click adventure time slot, but I doubt it. What would have to happen would be something along the lines of all the puzzle games and small independent games ran out to the point where those two time slots could either be merged into one and I could move the point-click adventures forwards, or point-click adventures runs out and then that's gone. So, like, maybe I could get down to 3 releases per day, but I don't really even believe that because we've got so many other games that I could throw in there. I could be playing Assassin's Creed right now and making another time slot. I could be playing Borderlands and making another time slot. Probably couldn't be doing both of those at the same time, but I could be doing one of them. Then there's the whole Witness, which is still getting released right now, and that's just like, here's a new game I recorded. Go out there and get me some views, and I hope it does, but it really hasn't. And you really have to be on the ball with that, and I wasn't. If I'm gonna play a new game, I'm gonna have to be more honest with myself and pre-order it and have it day one and get videos out as soon as possible. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.